I the only one that doesn't like hustle culture?
Hustle culture is a scam.
You should not be happy that you are spending 40 plus hours a week working under someone and you can barely live.
Hustle culture is fucking insane and toxic.
But Americans' obsession with hustle culture is just utterly ridiculous.
It's not an obsession, it's a necessity.
Let's be completely honest for ourselves for a second. I think that hustle culture has made us more tired than it has successful, because I hate the fact that people make me feel bad for the fact that I don't want to work hard in this life. Everyone keeps telling us to grind harder, wake up earlier, sleep less, monetize our hobbies, and turn every second of my life into productivity. And somehow we are out here surprised that people are burned out, anxious, miserable, and just uninterested in everything, because now they have to monetize the things that they enjoy. Like, why can't they just, have their hobbies be just that, a hobby, instead of some kind of side hustle? Somewhere along the way, we confused working hard with never resting. We turned exhaustion into a flex. If you're not overwhelmed, you're not trying hard enough. If you're not monetizing your passions, you're wasting your potential. And if you take a break, then you're just falling behind. That mindset, in my opinion at least, is not strength. That is just psychological pressure dressed up as motivation. And here's the part no one says out loud either. Hustle culture is really good for companies, but it's really bad for people. When workers blame themselves for being exhausted, corporations don't have to do anything. They don't have to change anything, guys. If you're struggling, the system doesn't get questioned. You do. You get questioned instead of the company. Oh, you just didn't want it bad enough, or you didn't grind hard enough, or you didn't sacrifice enough to get what you want. That's convenient to them because it turns structural problems into personal failures. And it's not just about work either. Hustle culture invades our identity. It invades who we are as people, because then our worth is tied to our output and our productivity, and our rest has to be quote unquote earned. Now even your downtime has to be optimized. You can't just sit down and relax and have a good time to recover efficiently, right? You can't even have hobbies anymore. You have to be building a personal brand. Everything has to be content nowadays. And you can't even be a human, because once you turn yourself into just this productivity machine and that becomes your identity, you're just like a robot. But we as humans are not machines. Us as humans, this may be a hot take, but we need boredom, we need play, we need unproductive moments where nothing is being monetized or optimized. And I think that's where creativity truly comes from. I think that's where your meaning comes from, and that's where your mental health survives as a person. And I think that hustle culture around us has given us record burnout, record anxiety, loneliness, and people working more hours than ever, yet feeling more insecure than ever, especially financially. And this isn't a motivation problem either. This is a culture problem. The American dream used to be about building a life. Now it's about building a brand. And I think the American dream is simply just that. It's just a brand that this country sells to us Americans. We went from work to live to work, and we act shocked when people feel empty about their lives. You are allowed to want a life that isn't optimized for maximum output. You're allowed to want enough money, but not infinite money, right? I'm not talking about having infinite money, but you are allowed to want enough money to pay your bills and to not have to optimize your hobbies all the time. And you are allowed to clock out of work and still be valuable as a person. Your worth is not your productivity. Your value is not your income, and your life is not some kind of startup. So maybe the real rebellion in America right now isn't about grinding harder. Maybe it's choosing to be a human in a system that wants you to be a machine or a robot.
Only a slave quantifies its existence through productivity. When your value is tied entirely to output, you stop becoming a human and you start becoming a slave. You're effectively a tool, and productivity becomes your identity. They've indoctrinated us through academia and hustle culture to believe that the more you work, the more honorable you are. But that's just slave mentality, and it's nonsensical. If you're basing your worth on productivity or how much money you make, then it's growth for the sake of growth, which is the ideology of a cancer cell. Nietzsche once said, whoever does not have 2/3 of the day for himself is a slave. And it doesn't matter how prestigious your profession is. You could be the president of the United States, and this is still true. A free person knows their worth isn't earned by labor alone. They work with intention, not obligation, and they certainly aren't ashamed to rest. They don't confuse being alive with being useful.
Hustle culture is a scam, and I'm about to prove it to you. This toxic mindset is everywhere now. People posting about their 4 a.m. wake-up times, their 18-hour workdays, acting like sleep is for the weak. They are convinced that if you're not grinding yourself into dust, you're not serious about success. But here's what they're not telling you. These same people are miserable. Their relationships are falling apart. Their health is shot. And they're one breakdown away from losing everything they hustled for. That's not success. That is self-destruction with a motivational soundtrack. Real talk? I've seen both sides. I've done the 20-hour days, missed family dinners, sacrificed my sanity for the grind. And you know what I learned? It's completely unnecessary. But here's the part that's going to blow your mind. The most successful people that I know work smarter, not harder. They protect their energy, prioritize their relationships, and still build empires. They just don't post about it on LinkedIn because balance doesn't get likes. So here's your choice. Burn out in 3 years chasing someone else's definition of hustle? Or build something sustainable over 10 years while actually enjoying your life. The second path makes you more money and it keeps you sane. If you want to build something sustainable, drop me a follow.
I've been to 41 countries in a couple of years, man. I'm 30 years old. I've seen how different cultures and different countries think of life and think of happiness, think of success, think of drive, think of ambition. Everybody that's like so political, so religious, so this one way, it's been living in the same small town for 40 years.
Americans are built on the hustle culture, competition, and people are living how other people see them. Where if you go to another country like Italy, they just want to be happy there.
Hustle culture is poverty glorified. You should not be happy that you are spending 40 plus hours a week working under someone and you can barely live. That is all of your time. And the large majority of that is going towards bills.
I'm 39, and if I could give any advice, rest. Resting is a strategy. Resting, sleeping, relaxing, meditating, praying. Calm down. Hustle culture was probably one of the worst things that happened to my generation. Everybody relax. Calm down. Read a book. Drink some water. Go to sleep.
I'm 21, I already have one of my dream cars, pretty nice apartment, make decent money for my age. I'm not saying that's flex, but I'm saying that because none of this shit makes me happy. And don't get me wrong, I'm very grateful. Make sure to pray and thank God for it every day. But all this is a byproduct of hustle culture. Because of the niche that I'm in, social media has convinced me that I have to be staying up all night to work on my projects, that I have to be grinding 24/7 and doing all this other bullshit. And all those years of grinding and sleepless nights just stacked up and honestly put me in a worse position than where I was before. Back when I started my business, I was broke, I was going through depression, but I was so happy to be doing something for myself. I was super excited to learn, and I started deep diving content every single day about how to grow a business. But you will quickly see how fast your For You page, your YouTube feed transitions into this kind of hustle culture content that promotes just the worst kind of shit. That kind of content quickly made my self-value depreciate and was based purely on performance. I haven't had a normal sleep schedule in 4 years, and literally this summer it eventually all paid off. Got the car, crib, whatever, cool. I was finally able to take a break and look back at everything I've accomplished. I realized for the whole 4 years, I was not even really happy. I was too busy creating a life that would look pretty on social media, that I thought would bring me external validation, and the whole time, it's all garbage. It's my entire life now is not even my own. It's not even for me. And even if this only helps one person, I don't care. That's all that matters. Create a life for you. Do not live your life for your parents. Do not live your life for your friends. Do not live your life for anybody but you. Because at the end of the day, you gotta lay in the bed that you made. You could probably skip out on an entire midlife crisis if you just understand this principle of living for yourself. For the last 2 months, I've been depressed because I don't want to work on anything. I had to use that time to literally relearn about myself, make life worth living again. And there's nothing wrong with getting a little bit of motivation. I still watch it every now and then too, I'm not gonna lie. My best advice is going to be substituting all that hustle shit out and watch content that really just works on your inner child. Healing is a journey. Healed is not something that you can become, so you will be healing at all times. So do not think you're above this. Do not think you're better than this. Get to the root cause of why you work so hard. Get to the root cause of why you do things, because you may realize in time that you're working so hard for a car you don't even want. You may go to college for 4 years to get a degree you don't even like. When it's all said and done, you're gonna work a job that you don't like for the next 50 years of your life. And you can take my advice or don't, I really don't care. I just know that you watching this video, you're gonna be rich, and I don't want you to get to this point where you get all these things and they don't mean anything to you. So when you get rich, I want you to be happy. And completely random topic, but if you ever go buy your dream car, buy it in cash, don't finance it.
Can we talk about how impossible it is to have a life as someone who works a 9 to 5 in America? Someone who works in America, period. Like, let me give you a rundown of what a typical workday looks like for me. I try not to hit snooze at 7 a.m., though I fail sometimes. Then I start getting ready. I do my skincare, I pick out an outfit if I haven't the night before, put my leftovers in my lunchbox, and if I have enough time, I either make myself coffee or I stop for coffee. Then I'm at work from 8:30 to 5. Then I sit in traffic for 30 to 40 minutes, yeah. I'm home by around 5:30, 5:45. I have therapy on Tuesdays at 6, so forget it. I only have a couple of minutes to wind down before I have to hop on the portal for my appointment. And don't get me wrong, I'm super thankful to be able to go to therapy because I have a good insurance plan from my job that allows me to. It's sad, but healthcare of any kind is a privilege in this country, it seems, because it's so expensive. And it really depends on where you live and what health insurance you have. Then my lovely boyfriend and I make dinner together, we clean up, then I go shower and do my night-night stuff. By this point, it's probably already like 8:30, 9 o'clock. Maybe even later, depending on if it's a hair wash day or not. Then if we have time, we watch a show. If not, we go to bed. Really just feels like it's this rinse and repeat cycle. So to all of my dear friends watching, if you haven't heard from me through text or you haven't seen me in weeks or maybe even months, I'm really sorry. I really am. It's not personal. You all know that you do not have to guess with me. If there's something wrong, if I'm upset, I will tell you. But again, this is just how the cookie crumbles. And weekends aren't much better either. Because sometimes I work a second job as an on-call server. My man and I have to clean, we have to do laundry, we have to make sure that the house is taken care of. I have acupuncture every other week. Sometimes my little brother has a soccer game and I love going. He's also another person I feel very sad that I can't see as often because I'm so busy all the time. Again, I really do feel as though I am just living to survive and to get ready for the next day.
I have no interest in climbing the corporate ladder and making $1 million and becoming the CEO, and I hate hustle culture and rising and grinding and working out at 4 a.m. Do you want to know what I want to do? I want to play pretend and I want to dress up. I want to read books about dragons. I want to watch shows about vampires and watch movies involving magic and playing games that involve magic. I don't care about your hustle culture. I actually detest it. I hate it. Capital H, I hate it. I want to sit outside with a drink in hand and I want to talk to the birds and the squirrels and the bugs and the frogs and the toads and all the little critters that are running around. I want to sit in the sun and absorb it like a plant. I want to enjoy life. I have zero interest in making $1 million and, climbing over top of people to get to the top of the food chain. I don't care. We could all have so much fun in life if we stopped with this, you need to have fun and you need to prioritize play.
The whole idea that people are proud of working 3-4 jobs and proud of working, I work Monday to Sunday. That's
60 hours
guys,
a week. I work 8
not only is hustle culture BS,
yes, man,
it is demonic. And I know you're laughing, but I'm dead ass serious. It is so anti-Christ. If you're a believer, I want you to listen to me. This thing on?
Yes, it's on.
I want you to listen to me. Hustle culture is highly demonic. There is nothing positive that comes from burning yourself out to meet a goal that society probably set for you. There's a reason God established the Sabbath.
Once the rent is paid and the fridge is full, I'm good. Everything else is extra. Hustle culture tends to make us forget what really matters. Once those two things are taken care of, you're already richer than most. As a safe space and food is really a luxury.
I want to normalize for a second, bro. Everybody don't want to be a business owner. Everybody don't want an LLC. Everybody don't want to be this boss person. Some people just want to go to work, get their money, take care of their bills.
Hey, and that's 100% facts. I mean, like, think about this. If everybody owns a business, who's going to be the workers? And it's not a business if it's just one person doing one service. You provide a service. That's what you're doing. It's not business. Now, yes, you could expand. You could do other things, yada, yada. But while you're just doing it by yourself, bro, that's a service, bro. Like, it's... If everybody is a business owner, nobody's going to be bringing in money because everybody's trying to take money from the next person. Like, it just don't make sense. And I'm tired of this, like, hustle culture. Like, now, yes, I understand that we in a space to where you just kind of have to make extra money. I'm at my second job right now. But at the same time, it's like, it's some weird pressure that social media be trying to put on people. Like, you gotta be working this many hours. You gotta have this business. You gotta have that business. You need to have own a home at this time. You need to invest in this, invest in that. Let's slow down, y'all. Relax. Y'all gonna run yourself ragged trying to keep up with social media and all this other stuff. It's too much. It's not gonna happen like that, man. Live your life. It's all right.
And another thing I want to say, I've been wanting to talk about this for a hot minute. Hustle culture is fucking insane and toxic. I don't care. You're mad at me because I don't want to work 5 jobs? What? Could tell me I'm wasted potential. Me? I ain't wasting shit. Bro told me I'm wasted potential because if he had the subscribers I had and the following I had, he would be spam posting every day. I get it, but it's a good thing you're not me, buddy. Money does not drive me. I do content and stuff like that because I want to, but this not even about me. This conversation not even about me. Money does not drive me. Yes, I'm blessed and thankful that I'm able to pay my bills, doing what I'm doing. Never will take that for granted, but why does money drive everybody? They want the new this, new that. Hey, that's good for you. Like, I think it's good to want to reward yourself for things and work hard, but why is that all that you care about? I will never understand that. And I get some people come from less fortunate households and they want to just give themselves things and give their family things that they never could afford. But this not even about y'all. It's like niggas out here working 6 jobs, scamming, robbing, doing all this. You have no free time. Do you have any hobbies? Do you care? How your mental health going, dude? That can't be good for your mental. There are other things more important than money for you to just be on go all the time. And I really think about those type of people who are constantly outside working, because in their mindset is hustle. This is a hustle? This is not hustling. This is torture, dude. You gotta relax, bro. Go to the spa.
We're the greatest nation in the world. Nice. Do you ever take holidays? No. Do you get 4 weeks of paid leave? No, we get 10 days. Oh, so you could still do a big trip overseas. Oh, if we take the 10 days off at once, then we'll look lazy, so no. Do you get maternity leave? Yes, of course. Paid? Oh, no. I spring straight from the maternity ward back to my desk. Do you get sick days? Oh, we're scared of calling in sick, so we never use that. And what's your takeaway from all of this?
Am I the only one that doesn't like hustle culture? Why do I need an LLC? Why do I need multiple streams of income? Why am I lazy if I don't want to be an entrepreneur? Why can't I just be normal? You got to lose sleep. You're going to lose family members. You got to work 90 million hours a week. Why do I have to do that? I like what I have. I'm cool with what I got. I'm trying to figure out what in history happened where enough no longer became enough. And who decided that luxury or lavish living was the best way to live? And I'm guilty of it too, because I have well over 100 pair of sneakers. And that is not including my basketball sneakers or my soccer cleats, indoor and turf. All these pairs of shoes, and I only got 2 feet. What happened to make the majority of people go against our nature? Like, everything we do is against our nature. And I feel like that's the root of depression. It's in our nature to want to survive, and these are the conditions we're given now. Well, we got to do all this extra shit in order to survive. But the conditions we are trying to survive in is unnatural. But it's a bunch of bullshit, right? Can we agree that all of this is a bunch of BS? My bad. This is just a stream of thought that stemmed from a video I saw in the comment section. Was like, y'all don't got what it takes to be an entrepreneur because y'all lazy. And I'm thinking, like, is it that they're lazy? Or that they also see that it's bullshit that we got to do all this extra stuff in order to, I guess, match the new normal? that somebody created? Did we create this new normal? I don't know. What y'all think? Am I off? Like, tell me something. Tell me something, please. I'm trying to figure this out. I'm trying to figure this out.
But Americans' obsession with hustle culture is just utterly ridiculous.
It's not an obsession, it's a necessity. Our country doesn't care about us like how yours does. Not all of us want to have 3 jobs to pay rent. Not all of us want to be on food stamps because we can't afford anything other than housing. You know how many of us would love to have like one job at a cafe on the coast of like Sweden and then not have to worry about anything? Hint, it's probably everyone who isn't already well off. And what is it now? 50% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck because they're one financial decision away from being homeless, like out on the street. That's ridiculous. It's not a desire. It's not an obsession with hustle culture. We need it to survive.